What's up, everyone? It is Jason Jani, and welcome to this video. And whether you're watching this on the DJNTV Monday Night Learning Sessions or you're watching it on my personal YouTube channel, welcome. If you're new here, just smash the subscribe button, whatever platform you're watching this, whatever channel you're watching this on. Today, I'm going to talk about being fearless with branding. And I kind of want to talk really fast because I don't have a ton of time to kind of get this message across. But I think branding is an area that is so important in the entertainment industry, and it's an area that so many people almost like miss the mark on. So let's define branding really quick. Branding is different than marketing. Although they work hand in hand and kind of like on the same road, branding is different. Branding is essentially anything that can be kind of associated back to the things that you do as a performer, as a DJ company, your professionalism, the things that you release into the world, whether it's audio, visual, maybe it's your website, it's your Instagram profile, it's your Facebook page, it's your email, it's how you answer your phone, it's the message that people hear when they call you. It's everything, and you need to understand it. And if you're not paying attention to your brand and its impact on the world around you every single day, you really need to be, because branding, in my opinion, is the most important area to focus on as a DJ and as a business owner in the event industry, the small business universe outside of performance. Branding touches everything. And again, it expands way beyond performance. It's everything. And if you're a DJ working for someone, or you're someone that's just getting started in the business, if you've been doing this for 110 years and you have a multi-op with 100 systems that go out, chances are you're not paying attention to your branding in the way that maybe you should. And if you find that the phone's not maybe ringing as much as it could be, or maybe you got passed over for someone else that was going for an opportunity that maybe you thought you landed, or you thought that you'd be a good fit for, regardless of your talent ability, chances are your brand and the foundation of your business may have been the thing that either persuaded that decision maker or client to go a different direction, or even persuaded that potential client from not even reaching out to you via phone, via direct message, via contact us form on your website, or whatever. Branding is so important. I mean, so important. And it's something that I've kind of like embraced a very long time ago. And I built my own personal performance brand as well as my company brand out to an area where I think it's great, but it's something I pay attention to all the time. As a business owner, we've been able to accomplish things that I could have never dreamed of. And I owe it all back to not just performance and my team, but to the brand that we all collectively built together. So, fun fact, if you're a DJ and you're working for someone, you have your own individual brand. But your individual brand is associated with the company brand that you work for. If you're a business owner and you don't perform anymore, you have a company brand. And you might even have a brand that's associated with the DJs that work for you. Yeah, that's true. You actually do. No matter who you are, no matter how long you're doing this, no matter where you live, you have a brand. And if you're looking to have a place in this industry over term and longer than just maybe one event or here and there, you need to think about your brand, because it's the foundation of business. And it's an area that so many DJs, so many of my friends, so many people that I know almost don't pay attention to. And I can say it hurts them more than it helps them just for not paying attention. So branding is kind of everything, and it can be related to your product and service in any way, shape, or form. It relates to who you are as a DJ, as a performer, as an artist, as an MC, as a business. And personally, professionally, it's all kind of the same now. Social media has blurred the lines for so many. So if you're someone that likes to get on that book face and Facebook, and you like to write comments and be one of those people that just throw a lot of stuff out there that might be controversial, that can impact you in a negative way. It can also impact your company. Real talk, I've seen people that work for my organization post things where I've literally called them up on the phone at crazy hours and been like, you have to take that story down, because I don't want people to see it, because it can impact someone in a negative or hurtful way. That's the power of branding. It works for you all of the time. Branding is everything people see, and people stalk shit every day, especially if you're looking to do bigger events, or you're looking to land bigger opportunities in your area, or maybe even outside of your area. People that are going to invest in the experience of entertainment are going to do their homework to find out whatever they can about the people they are trusting with these super expensive and sacred events. Doesn't matter your goals. If you're someone that wants to kind of thrive in the bar or nightlife world, eventually you're going to get to a point where you want to go bigger. And eventually you're going to get to a point where maybe the owner of that property or that venue or that whatever, or someone that works for that owner is going to start to dig a little bit just to see who you are and what they can find. And your brand is what could differentiate that opportunity from either opening up or closing without you even knowing. So it's something you need to be paying attention to each and every day in every way you possibly can. It's everything that you do. It's everything you release. It's every email. It's every phone call. It's everything that you do. And you can't forget about it. So when you're thinking about your brand, you need to think about, where are you today? What are your goals? Where are you trying to get to? And does the content that you're releasing from a social media, from an audio, from a visual perspective, from a professionalism perspective, does it represent the best version of you? Does it help you get closer to the goal? If there's no purpose and it doesn't fall in line with where you want to go in this industry, then you can't send it out into the world. Because once it hits the interwebs of the world, it's out there for everyone to see. So think about where you want to go. Think about who you are. Think about where your abilities are, where your strengths are. Be aware of where maybe your shortfalls are or your weaknesses are, and focus in on the positives of what you bring to the table and come up with a plan of how you can get from where you are now to where you want to go. Think of your ideal client. Who are they? What do they do? Who are these people that are throwing these events or making the decisions to hire the person that's getting the opportunities to be the guy that I want to be, or the girl that I want to be, or whatever it is that you are to where you want to be? And you have to kind of like reverse engineer the who, what, where, why, how, and when you're going to release content to reach these people in a positive way. I believe in storytelling. I believe in consistency. And I believe that every piece of content that you release out into the world should be able to be tied back to you as a performer, as to where you are now, but also can be related to where you want to go in the future. I've done these things like Instagram scrubs and Facebook scrubs where I've removed a lot of content that maybe didn't fit the representation that I wanted out into the world. An example of this would be like, if I wanted to be this superstar wedding DJ or superstar club DJ, I wouldn't have pictures of me DJing children's parties on my social media platforms, because those pictures might not connect with the decision makers for the types of events that I want to kind of get to. If I had a logo representing my company or myself as an individual, but it didn't look professional and it wasn't easy to kind of see or relate to who I am or my tribe of people that work with me or around me or for me, then I would update it. I would look at all of this stuff, because all of it needs to be able to be tied back to the who you are, to what you are, and where you're going. As a DJ performing in this world, you have an individual brand. Companies have company brands. Two very different things, but they work together in unison when they're right. So look at your brand from a visual perspective. Look at the things that people are able to see and see if it aligns with the people and the opportunities that you want to either work for or be part of. When we talk about being fearless in branding, sometimes you need to take risks. Sometimes you need to put it all out there. Sometimes you need to shake it up a little bit. And I'm not saying be controversial with intention of like stirring the pot, but you need to take risks sometimes to reach people in different ways. If everyone uses platforms like Wedding Wire and The Knot, look at a different resource. If everyone's advertising on Google AdWords or Facebook advertising, look at your local wedding shop. Look at your bridal gown places. Look at connecting to the planners and sending them a handwritten card. Look at platforms that allow you the opportunity of delivering your message and reaching people that your basically trying to reach in different ways. Your brand is what's going to determine if your phone rings or not. Your brand is what people see or can relate to who you are when they see content on platforms like Vimeo or YouTube or Instagram or whatever. It's super important that when you're building your brand, you're establishing your brand, you're taking risks with your brand, that you're true to yourself as a performer, as a business. You're aware of your strengths, your weaknesses. You're aware of who you are. You're not emulating or copying someone. You're being real with yourself, and you're showing off the best version of you, of what you do, of your talent, your ability, and all the things that you're capable of. And not seeing someone that, is flashy on Facebook or Instagram and basically rewrapping their recipe and introducing it to the world. I think that's the shortcut. And that only hurts you over time in comparison to literally taking the time to think through your goals, think through who you are, think through the people you're trying to reach, and think through how you can convey your message in the most effective way and how your message kind of is viewed by people. And that's really the branding talk I wanted to have with everyone today. I think when we talk about things and we look at like visual, we look at audio, you have to keep it simple. You have to keep it clean. You have to keep it quick. And you need to be able to tie it back to who you are. As an individual performer, I've been able to work for people that I could never dream of working for. I've worked for hip hop royalty and athletic superstars and organizations. I've worked for artists and actors and just entrepreneurs and business owners and companies that I could have never, ever dreamed of. And I think that one of the reasons why the phone or the opportunity presented itself was, they might have heard of a great performance, but when they did their homework on me, everything was consistent. The phone call was professional. The email exchange was professional. The website kind of experience was professional. When they talked to me, although I might have been that crazy party guy on site at that event, I was like serious. I had my stuff together. I returned the call promptly. I think that when they reviewed my Instagram profile, they went back deep, not just for the top 6 squares. They went deep, and they saw a message or a story of consistency. And I think that's kind of like the point here. I've gone back through my Instagram and I've scrubbed and pulled out pictures that just didn't make sense because I didn't want to attract more of those things that I just didn't want to do. I think COVID has allowed a lot of people in our industry to really focus in on areas of this industry that they really, really, really enjoy. And I think that is magic, right? When you're a DJ and you're getting started or you're building a company, sometimes you do some things that you might not want to do. The problem with that, and something I've learned after doing this for a little bit, is when you put things out into the world, I feel like you attract more of that, especially if people have a good time. So using that thought process, think of where you want to go, think of who is hiring the people for those type of events, and start placing your brand, your content, your imaging, your mixes, your videos, your social media posts into a position of power with your goals, your future, the things you are looking to accomplish in mind. And I think you'll be setting yourself up for success. Again, it has to all be clean. It has to all be simple. It has to be able to be relatable to. It has to be from a visual perspective. It has to be viewable on t-shirts, envelopes, marketing collateral, on videos. It has to be able to be seen on a billboard or on an email. It has to kind of stand out. I'm proud as a business owner owning the SCE event group when I go to a venue maybe for the first time and people recognize the SCE brand because our tribe of professionals has been there before. And that's something that I've spent a lot of time building and cultivating, and that is our culture at SCE. And our brand stands for professionalism. It stands for excellence. It stands for a really good ass time. It stands for production level events. And it's something that's taken a long time to build. The point being, If you set yourself up and are able to establish your brand in this industry as an individual or as a company, you literally will position yourself for a opportunity to do this longer than you probably ever could have imagined. It all comes back to branding. Branding is going to make your phone ring or not. If you have issues designing things or maybe laying things out, or you need opinions for how things look on your website, hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll be happy to kind of look at things as long as I can. Hire a professional to review your content. There's a lot of people out there. If you're using a logo to represent who you are and you didn't really go to school for graphic design, hire a professional. Go to Fiverr. Run a logo contest. I mean, there are so many affordable ways to get people to visually create something that represents your product and service. When you're on site at an event, think about that the moment you walk in. Doesn't matter if someone was not cool to you out in the parking lot. The minute those doors open, smiley, happy, kind to everyone, whether they're washing dishes in the back or they're the owner of that property, or they're the people that are booking that property, or the people that are having their event at that property. Smile big. That's all your brand. If someone reaches out to you and you say you're going to call them back, call them back. If someone hits you up on email, respond professionally. Or respond to them on your phone and let them know that you will be responding to them professionally as soon as you get somewhere that you can kind of sit and take care of it. All of that is your brand. You have to be consistent. You have to be professional. And it has to make sense with who you are, right? Authenticity matters. The look matters. And it has to all be tied to not just where you are now, but where you want to go. That's kind of the message here. So there's a lot. If you're thinking about content that you're releasing out on Instagram, does it help you? Does it hurt you? Can someone receive what you're sharing as sensitive? Could it maybe persuade someone to maybe not call you? Post dope content. Yes, the best content you possibly can. Marketing is big, but your brand, along with marketing, all kind of have to work together, because you could have the best post on Instagram, but when someone lands on your website and if it falls flat, they might not reach out to you. If someone sees something really cool on Instagram and then they send you a message and you don't reply to them, chances are they're going to move on very quickly. So think about all this. Every time you go out, every time you post something, every time you're reading comments and responding to people in forums or in groups, think about the professional that you are. Think about your brand. Think about your service. Think about all the things that you do and all the places you want to be. And make sure that the content that you're releasing falls in line with that. Think about the tools that you have. Think about your phone. Think about your computer. Think about the platforms. Are you using them? If you are struggling with capturing content, you know, these phones have incredible cameras now. You can get really good quality video with these phones. Do you need a new phone? Are you able to share your message? Are people responding to your content? If the answer is no, make some adjustments. I know I'm learning it right here firsthand on YouTube. It's a very humbling process to release educational content on the YouTube platform. And this platform has a ton of content from a ton of different people in a ton of different places at a ton of different talent levels, business levels, and resume levels. And it's quite humbling. But I love reading the comments on videos that I've shared, or I love getting messages from people that I've been able to help maybe sidestep an issue or get a little bit further, a little bit faster. And that to me is a brand thing, right? They come to the channel and they say, well, Jason released a new video. Cool. I'm going to watch it, you know, and maybe they get something from it. But over time, it will grow. This platform has been something that it's a quest of mine to share content to push our industry forward. And I think tying it all back to this conversation, branding is an area that so many people kind of miss the mark on. Anyway, my name is Jason Jani. Think about your brand in everything you do, in every way that you can. And I appreciate the opportunity to kind of talk with you guys. Much love to John Young and the entire crew at DJNTV. Like, just thank you to everybody. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. And if you have questions on my branding conversation, or you want me to really dive into this stuff at like a granular level, I would love to do some more content on it. So just let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, thanks for watching this. My name is Jason Jani, and we'll see you real soon with a new video coming out right here on this channel. Thanks for the watch.